I'm Fiona KAMIKAZI, and I'm the guest anchor tonight. On international matters, the failure to reach an agreement on the Nile River Dam is worrying farmers in Sudan who rely on the reservoir for irrigation. Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt were expected to reach a deal at recent talks in Washington, D.C., but Ethiopia boycotted the meeting, accusing the United States of bias. Farmers are concerned that the slower flow of water could affect their livelihood.
And of course, our guest anchor tonight was Fiona KAMIKAZI. Fiona, welcome to our studios.
Thank you very much, Fiona.
How was it? How was the experience reading the news?
I almost had a heart attack.
Really?
So, I didn't know your job was this tough.
No? No, welcome now.
Respect.
So Fiona, when we look at you, of course, most people know you through social media, but who is Fiona KAMIKAZI in brief?
Fiona KAMIKAZI is a simple girl from Kichukiro. And I am a communication specialist, and I work for a local bank. And I'm a simple girl. I really don't know how to explain who Fiona KAMIKAZI is, but I'm a simple girl. I work in communication, and I do very many things. So it's hard to explain this. But
So if you're not doing communications today,
I'll be a news anchor.
Oh, really?
I'll be on TV.
You're in the right place, no?
Yes. If you're hiring, please remember me.
I know my boss is noting it down, don't worry. So social media in the world we live in today, Fiona, how important is this aspect in life today?
I think social media is a very, very big deal now. When I personally joined social media, it was a long time ago. We started with High Five. Most millennials don't know what it is. So it was High Five, then Facebook. We used to do that. We joined to talk to our friends, to have fun, enjoy, check out what other friends are doing. But then with time, it has become a very powerful tool. It's needed by businesses, it's needed by politicians, individuals, and it is now influencing major change in the world, in politics, activism, different things. So it's a very, very big deal now, and I'm really lucky to be part of it. And I'm glad I joined as a social person, then later on became
of course, specifically over the years, what Rwandans on Twitter write. How has it evolved? Because I'm sure it has really evolved over the years. You have seen it grow and you've been part and parcel of this growth. How has it evolved over the years?
Well, even for us, it's the same thing. When we joined, we were young, we were checking out like the same way we were using Facebook and High Five back then. And then it was like a source of entertainment. And then with time, with growing up, it became like a source of information. When I want to know what's happening in the world, I'm not really a radio and TV person, so I rely on social media to see, oh, Fiona is hosting Fiona, so I should check out what they're going to talk about. And even for Road, of course, we still have fun, it's very entertaining, but it's also a source of engagement, knowing what the country is doing, knowing what's happening in other places, getting involved and learning from different countries. We've met, I personally follow different people from different countries, and I know what's happening in their countries. And back then, I would just sit in front of a TV and listen, but without getting involved, asking questions, and social media has really, really helped us do such things.
Now, Fiona, when you talk about social media, of course, you're a social media influencer, right? How do you brand yourself? How do you put yourself, in the right position for the world to see you, for the world to notice you? Because is it, there's a saying they say, if you have more followers, then you're a better brand. Is it right?
I really don't think so. I don't think the number of followers makes you a better brand. I personally, as Fiona KAMIKAZI, the way The people who know me in real life, they would not see a different person on social media. I stay the same. So I don't try to hide behind my screen, and I just say it the way it is, talk about things I would talk about in real life. The way I'll talk to Fiona is the same way I talk to her on social media, and I think that's relatable, and that's how I've managed to get more followers. But talking about brands and how you want to position your brand, and how I've worked with people who have less followers than I have, and I know people who have more followers, but it depends on what are we talking about. Is it, for example, if I'm looking for a tech influencer, I'm not going to come to Fiona KAMIKAZI. I'm not a tech influencer. I don't know anything about technology apart from how to unlock my phone and write stuff. Yeah. So I would go to someone who I know is more positioned to talk about tech. If I want an entertainment influencer, I'll go to an entertainment person. So it's not about the number of followers, it's what you talk about and how people engage, and how many people want to know what you're talking about. So it's not about the number of followers. Of course it matters. If you have more followers, it's better. But if you don't, but people relate to your tweets, it's also, or Facebook posts or Instagram, it's also another thing.
Youth participation in government affairs, because I know you also sit in the youth chambers of Chogam, is it?
Yes.
So tell us about it. How important is it for us as the young people to be involved in government affairs today?
Yes, I think it's very important. We live in a country which has given us the platform. And the recent cabinet reshuffle, we've seen more young ministers joining the government and the cabinet. We live in a country which has given us this platform, and I think it's very, very important that youth, that young people are involved. Sometimes we think it's not a cool thing. People are going to think I'm a politician. But like our president told us a few months ago, years ago, I don't remember, he mentioned that everywhere you go, politics will find you.
Absolutely.
Even at school, even in music, even at home, there is always politics involved. So getting involved in what's happening in your country, it makes you even a cooler person, and it makes you aware. You are given a platform. You can influence change. You can get involved if you go out there and vote. If you know what's happening in your neighborhood, it also makes you. You also want to know, how can I change? This thing is not going right. What can I do? Is there anything I can do? So I think it's on us to make these important decisions now as young people, to prepare for our kids, also even for ourselves in the coming years. So I think it's very, very important.
Before I let you go, Fiona, someone on Twitter said there's a time you organized a meetup, for the ROT community. So when will we have this, or you're too cool for that now?
I think it was a very, very successful event, and we got to meet people we didn't, like there's some people, for me, if you know Fiona KAMIKAZI and I use my profile picture, if you meet me on the street, you'll know, oh, that's Fiona KAMIKAZI. And then there are other people who have like funny, these funny Twitter handles. But I think we can organize something this year. 2020 is there, everything cool comes back and happens. So I think I'll talk to the partners and other guys. We worked on this tweet up. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, and organize something.
And organize something. So what's that one thing that we do not know about you? Social media can throw you out there. We assume we know so much about you, but in real sense, what's the thing that we don't know about you?
Fiona KAMIKAZI is a very, very shy girl.
Really, Fiona?
Yes, I am.
Well, for those who are watching, maybe, as we sum up, 2 tips to improve their social media, to be better influencers as well.
I don't know if this would work for everyone, because some people love their privacy, but I'll say stay real and be funny.
Be funny.
Yes.
Funny
if you are
ones.
not funny, but try. Don't be so serious.
Don't
It's
be too
never.
serious.
Life is never that serious.
It's never that serious.
No.
Well, thank you very much, Fifi, for making
Thank
time
you
to be
very
with
much.
us.
Thank you very much, Fiona.